Welcome back to the channel. Today you're going to see me unbox my new cams for my 3UZ, and after that I'm going to go through and we're going to disassemble the scissor gears on the camshafts, on the exhaust camshafts, so we can put them onto the new cams with a bit of heat and fire and a press. So yeah, join me. We're going to get into this and we'll do the best I can to explain it all. Alright guys, I'm just going to start pulling apart my exhaust cam scissor gears. So I'm just going to give everyone a quick rundown because I found it difficult again to find information regarding that. So, and we'll get into it. So there's the cam gear. Now bear in mind you've got to remove the service bolt, so this tension spring will all be gone, so you will have to reset this, but if you're doing this it's not going to matter to you. So the first step we're going to do is just in here we have a spring, so we're going to pop this circlip spring out, if it will let me. Oh, that's good. Let's break a tool, shall we? Finally, alright. Spring off. Next thing under here is a little wave washer that keeps tension. I need that little bad boy out. And the next one we have is the gear itself. It's the top gear. So we switch that one over. And this is then the next piece we have in here is the spring, and then the last piece we have to do is, we'll go over to the press to do it, but this ring needs to be pressed off this shaft. So I'll go and set up in the press and I'll bring you back. Okay, so I've got it in the press. When you read the manuals on it, it says to add some heat. So I'm just going to light it on fire for a bit and warm it up that way. Get a little bit of warmth and just press it out. Alright, so with that done, you can bring the next gear back to the table. And there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they'll go together such as so. 1. And it's also too important to remember that pin needs to line up in that hole in here, otherwise it won't work. And the wave washer far out, wave washer, and then the circlip goes on top. So I'll just show you on that one, the next one, hopefully a bit better. That one, spring washer, such as so. And you see this one, see how that one's got the raised dowel on it? That dowel needs to sit in this pocket, like so. And there you go, our wave washer. And then we put our circlip on top. So that's how I'm going to keep them. Actually, might give them a quick sonic clean. And then, yeah, we're just waiting on the Kelford cams now, and then I can install them on the cams and we can start putting it back together. Alright, let us unbox these bad boys. Been waiting close to a month for these to come in from New Zealand, so wicked. We have our cam card, really important for when setting this up. We'll need these, so to keep that somewhere safe. I'll put it up there for now. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4 lovely lump sticks. Ooh. And a nice Kelford cams sticker, so we'll have to pride a place for that somewhere. Let's check these bad boys out. So let's see what cam this one is. Oh yeah. What do you reckon? Looks pretty good to me. I get the feeling that this is a exhaust cam. Looks familiar. Some assembly lube. Oh yeah, one intake cam. All the lumpy bits are still there, that's important. Wicked. There we go, there's another exhaust cam. Two exhausty boys. And this one is going to have to be an intake.
sure nothing's broken. Make sure all these little sensor knobs are still where they need to be. And that one back here too. Cool, 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 cool. So we are going to get these gears out. Let's worry about these two later. Let's put them back in the box. They're not getting damaged. You got markings on you? How do I tell what one goes where?
It was about here that I realized that I probably was a little bit premature in taking the gears off the old cams, but I did luckily keep the old cams, so you'll see me eventually twig on to the fact that I should probably get the old cams out, compare them to the new cams. That way at least I know which cam goes on which side of the head, and then we can get on with the business of putting on the new ones, putting on the scissor gears onto the new cams. So it's about now, as I'm getting the new cams out, I'm just making sure that there's nothing I'm missing. Obviously, there are no instructions that I can find on what I need to do and how do I need to do it. I wasn't sure whether, did they need machining? Did I need to take the surface finish off the new cams at all? There's a fair few questions here, so as I go through, get the old cams out, I realize I still have them. I'm able to then line up which cam goes on which head. And as I'm just assessing the gears, I'm just seeing how originally they fitted onto the old cams and just making sure I had the orientation. There's a little notch in the cam scissor gear, and there's a little sort of nodule / post that's on the cam itself. And then you'll see me as I do this. I'm just measuring up, making sure that they all measure to the same diameter, because the last thing you want to do is go and have a discrepancy in diameter, go to press it on with a friction fit and find out that you break your scissor gears, which you can no longer buy or extremely hard to source.
E82. So it should be the same charge. Now, see, this goes together. That should be like so. I might have to watch the video. You live like so.
Now, it's been a couple of days since I took the cams apart and then the new cams arriving. So again, taking my time, making sure that I dummy mock them together, triple check, quadruple check, so you only have one shot at getting this on and you get it on right the first time. So yeah. If you know, you know. You've got to take your time. There's no rushing these things. Rushing, you'll end up with making mistakes. It is a process. It does take time. You know, just take your time. Here I'm making sure that there isn't a difference in the scissor gears between the left and the right head. So I'm double checking just to make sure I've actually got the right ones for the right side. I'm just checking the orientation, just seeing if the teeth are meshed in a different way. In this particular case it wasn't, both are the same, didn't matter. But again, I shouldn't have probably taken off the cams until I'd received the new ones, but you live and you learn, and I made the best with what I had.
Okay, so it doesn't matter which of these gears I put on, they all paint in the same direction, which is cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna freeze this little bad boy. I'm gonna freeze these two for a few hours, make them shrink. Then we're gonna warm up these two, and then we're going to put them in the press and squish them together. And then while we wait for that to happen, I'll give these things a quick little spray down. So I'm pretty sure there's a bit of garbage on these. Right, with that all tidied up, let's cover it up and come back when everything is all frosty. We've got that one. We flip it over, so it's got a bit of heat in it. Drop this one down.
Definitely worth noting in this one that I have a 20-ton press. The tonnage to make, or the weight to make that go into that ring, barely even registered on the dial gauge. So be careful. You do want to put too much weight on it, otherwise you will break the scissor gear, as I've seen in some Facebook posts on other forums for other engines who have these scissor gears.
I just want to make sure that's nicely seated, like so. Cool.
Alright, now that I've got the scissor gear successfully pressed onto this camshaft, we're going to now reassemble the gear stack for it. And yeah, you'll just see me do this now in the next clip. Now that I've got the scissor gears in position, I'm just going to double check that the post is sitting in its little home there, so that the spring is able to give the that gear the backlash or scissor action is required. Now I'm taking it off because I was just triple checking it again. You know, now I'm just giving it a bit of grease, going for the final assembly for this side. And you know, I'm not going to take this out. I might speed up the footage, but this thing fought me for no reason whatsoever. I didn't understand why it fought me so hard, but eventually I got it on, and the next one went on like there was nothing. Like it was nothing. It was very strange. Don't ask me why it didn't. It just must have got slightly cocked to the side, and it just grabbed on the edge of the new cam gear itself. But yeah, got it done and successfully installed. And there you have it. Scissor gears installed onto these new Kelford 208B cams. And now they'll be ready to go in. Thank you all if you've made it this far. You're all amazing. I look forward to getting the next episode out when we actually start doing some interesting things like rebuilding the heads, getting everything machined up, and starting getting this motor back together so we can put it in the car and get onto some more interesting things like some wiring. Thanks again. Talk to you in the next one. Cheers.